Hello, and welcome back to Arguments Must Be Debatable, the Refutation series. Alright, so, once again, arguments have to be debatable. Any argument you make has to have two sides of it. Alright, quick reminders about those things. Got to have a thesis statement. There must be evidence in your argument, whatever your argument is going to be. Your argument needs to have a refutation, which is really the basis of this assignment. All right, you need to have a concluding statement, so it's sort of a bigger picture, world picture. All right, so let me stop here with quick deductive argument, because in order to understand a refutation argument, it's helpful to remember what a deductive argument is. So if you think about a deductive argument sort of like the prosecutor in a trial, like builds up the evidence, builds up the yes, to the jury, this woman has clearly tried to kill her husband, and she had the means and the motive and the opportunity, and here's all my evidence and proof that she killed him. Right, so that's the deductive argument, right? So she definitely killed him. That's the opinion. Means is the evidence, motive, evidence, opportunity, right? That's the prosecutor's argument, right? So here's proving that that the woman definitely killed her husband, right? But in court, right, the woman who killed her husband also has a lawyer, all right, and that's the defense lawyer. All right, and the defense's lawyer's job is to take sand out from under the argument by the prosecutor. So the prosecutor says she definitely had means, motive, and opportunity. We found her standing over his dead body with the ice pick, blood everywhere, all over her, all right, and there's video evidence, right? The defensive lawyer is going to make a refutation argument, something along the lines of, okay, well, yes. Right. I hear what you're saying, that yes, we did find her with her hand all over the ice pick, and she was standing over the body, and yeah, it looks really, really bad, and yeah, there's video evidence, but let's explain why she did it. All right, there are reasons that this happened. Right? And that's really what a refutation argument is. It's taking the sand out from underneath somebody else's argument, right? And explaining why it's wrong, or how another set of facts can bring new point of view, to the argument. Okay? All right, so that's really what a refutation does, and that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to go find somebody else's argument, right? And then argue it, right? Maybe take a slightly different tack on it. Maybe just, argue based on exactly like the other person's argument is so completely wrong that you're like, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start at the beginning and take it apart piece by piece. Right? So, but what you're doing is you're refuting the original argument. You're showing why you think it is wrong or why you think it is flawed. Okay, so in that case, the introduction is your opposition points, right? This is everything that the opposition would say. This is exactly what the prosecutor would say, right? This is that argument, right? And so you want to, in the refutation argument, you want to be able to lay out, this is what the other person says, right? And you want to make this as complete as possible, because the more complete it is, the more you have to work with as you're taking it apart. So think about it like Jenga. Right? Their argument is the monolithic tower, and your job is to pull out a piece and examine it and be like, yeah, does it really hold? I don't know. Okay? So then your body paragraphs are the refutation. So one part of the argument, right? You're refuting it. Then you're taking apart another part of the argument, and you're refuting it. And then you're taking apart a third part of the argument, and you're refuting it. And you don't only have to have 3 paragraphs. You can go on to 7 or 12 or however many paragraphs it needs. Right? And then your conclusion. All right, now think about this as sort of like a call and response kind of thing. This is sort of like, they say blah, 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 but I say blah, blah, blah. All right, so you want to take on something, usually when you're taking on a status quo, something that most people agree with, right? And you want to be like, no. And here's why, right? You want to use it when there's a lot of opposition evidence, right? Like there's, you're just like, I can't believe people are still thinking like this, right? There's a lot of evidence to demonstrate that you're right. So if you're taking on, I don't know, I don't think one of your readings could possibly be about the moon landing, but in theory, a good refutation argument is, are all the conspiracy theories about the moon landing really true, right? And you could be like, no, that's ridiculous. We have all this evidence that proves that we really did put boots on the moon. All right, so, okay. And you want to use this when you want to analyze an argument's basis. Like if the original premise is flawed, just flawed from the very beginning, then a refutation argument's a really good way to go about showing how the basic premise of the argument is just flawed. Right? And so you can do that. All right. And so that's really what the point of the refutation argument is. All right, so now you know how to do it. You know that you want to start with your introduction by clearly laying out the other side. And then you know that your body paragraphs are all taking apart one piece of the argument and looking at it, taking another piece of the argument, looking at it, taking a third piece of the argument and looking at it, and refuting at each point and showing why. Why is that wrong? All right, you may have to do, in fact, you really will have to do extra research. All right, you may take apart, the original with, and this is what the person says. Here's why they're wrong. Right, and do it that way. That is totally fine. Okay, so go ahead and look at the examples. Right, ask me questions as you come up with them. I want you to be successful. Let me know how else I can help you.